Hello, I welcome you to session number 3 on the pilot project's Waste Bank concept and community awareness program. During the next 30 minutes, I will talk about the concept of the Waste Bank, describe the community Waste Bank model, preconditions for piloting this model, and general requirements for establishing waste banks. Let us start. It is no secret that Mogadishu is facing significant problems in managing waste. The issues are low waste collection rates, high amount of waste abandoned in the city, low level of community awareness regarding waste sorting, the market for waste recycling is rudimentary. To improve the waste management situation in Mogadishu and reduce the pressure on the final waste disposal site, waste reduction, reuse and recycling activities must be introduced and promoted. 3 R's are better known as the reduce, reuse and recycle. All levels of society, including local government and businesses, shall be aware of opportunities and benefits from limiting waste production by recycling and reusing waste. 3 R's are at the top of the waste management hierarchy pyramid and are the most desirable option. 3 R's save resources and reduce the municipal authorities' burden in collecting, transportation, and waste disposal in broad terms. How can communities reduce waste production and promote reuse and recycling? One solution is developing Waste Bank, a social engineering activity that teaches people to sort waste and raises public awareness in waste management. This activity will reduce the waste that reaches the final disposal site and address the existing challenging household waste management in Mogadishu. The waste bank system was introduced firstly in Thailand in 2006. In Indonesia, during 5 years since 2008, 886 waste banks were established with close to 85,000 customers. The basic idea of the waste bank is that the inorganic waste is collected and sorted based on several categories to be a saving account, just like in the standard bank. The public waste saving is sold to waste collector or factories for further reuse or recycling. The amount of the saving can be withdrawn in the occasional time. Waste bank savings account. The type of savings can be regular saving, can be taken at any time within a minimum of 1 month. Savings for Eid al-Fitr can be taken at a time before Eid to fulfill the needs of the celebration. School savings can be taken for the new school year students' needs. Grocery savings can be taken in the form of basic food per the value of savings. Environmental savings can be taken in the form of waste management tools such as trash cans, plants, composters, carts, etc. Social savings. The value of savings will be distributed to orphanages, boarding schools, and other social institutions by customer demand. One can wonder what other benefits of the waste bank are. The benefits of implementing the waste bank system are increases environmental well-being and economic resilience. The waste bank has an economic benefit to the community and decreases municipal waste, promotes a clean city and reduces environmental and health impacts. People manage their own and sort waste, thus helping to keep the neighborhood clean, minimize negative environmental and health impacts, and reduce the occurrences of flooding. Behavioral change in 3 R's and environmental education promotes a clean and green society, raising public awareness to process waste wisely and reduce waste going into the dump site. And finally, job creation and community empowerment. The waste bank is the most effective way to cut off the cost of domestic waste management related to waste collection and disposal while creating income for the community. We assume that communities are not aware of a waste bank model. However, they consider the community-based approach could be feasible and contribute to addressing the challenges in solid waste management and providing alternative sources of income for the local community if the following prerequisite conditions are met. Incentive to participate. Members can see the economic feasibility of the initiative. Startup support. Provide startup support such as land, funding, financial planning, legal services, and other management and operational support. Empowerment, capacity building, and social preparation. Capacity building of individuals in the community for them to have a greater social awareness of waste banks, gain greater autonomy over decision making, and ensure it is effectively operationalized. This also covers the capacity to access information, market, and other services. Long-term support of local governments and relevant stakeholders. There should be a long-term commitment from local authorities, non-governmental organizations, and other private sector to provide continued technical support, financial services, and assistance to support business growth and sustainability. Now we have knowledge of the objectives, benefits, and preconditions for the waste bank system. We need to select the best model for the waste bank to meet the stated objectives, bring the expected benefits, and match the outlined preconditions. There are several models of waste banks. The two most common models are: first, is the waste bank as a community environmental governance. In this model, 5 actors play essential roles in establishing and implementing a waste bank program. The government, the initiator of a governance system, including regulations, policies, controlling mechanisms, by providing technical assistance, monitoring and evaluating the operation of waste banks. The government also provides assistance for the local area and collaborates with the committees and communities to solve problems occurring in the process. Community, the implementer of a system, working for waste management to raise awareness, carry out campaigns linking to resources, and work closely with other actors and community members to develop and expand waste bank programs. Representative of waste banks can be selected from the community, university students, senior high schools, and other community groups. Private or business. They support funding, partnership in management, and especially recycle dealers or industries to buy recyclables from waste banks. Non-governmental organizations play an important role in assisting communities in environmental campaigns and workshops, raise awareness to communities and other stakeholders. Finally, media. They connect between government and people and vice versa. The media plays a role in raising public awareness and balancing stakeholders' role effectively. This is a simplified structure of this model. The second model that we can consider is a community-based solid waste bank. It is a more comprehensive solution that involves inorganic waste and compostable waste, relies on parameters of extended producer responsibility and enabling legal frameworks, and has some other additional complexities compared to a previous model. Generally, it involves waste segregation. People sort their waste into two main categories: compostable waste, such as food waste, yard waste, or agricultural waste, and commercial waste, paper, plastic, metal, etc. Solid waste bank. Marketable waste are deposited into waste banks. The waste bank cooperates with informal sector and recycling dealers or industries. Regulations, including about waste separation, waste depositing, waste weighing, bookkeeping, bank book recording of waste deposit sale and sharing between depositors and solid waste bank, etc., extended producer responsibility, and other complex areas where the government need to have sufficient knowledge and experience with the waste banks. As the concept of waste bank is new to Mogadishu, the proposed model for startup is community-based environmental governance model number 1. The selection is justified by the need more resources to operate and establish solid waste banks at the beginning to showcase success before starting community-based solid waste bank model number 2. When more actors get involved in the pilot project, it is good to mobilize more people to participate. Gender can be mainstreamed and promoted in this model and enable the participation of more women in the project. The waste bank not only improves the effectiveness of municipal waste management, but can economically empower local communities in Mogadishu, especially for informal settlement communities and informal waste collectors. What are the fundamentals for preparing a pilot waste bank program? Firstly, it will be necessary to establish the demand for the end products of the waste, the retail price for waste products, and in what process form, shredded and washed plastic, for example, before investing in waste bank facilities and equipment. Some capacity building of local government could be included in the pilot project through a technical partnership with one of the experienced think tanks or large waste bank overseas. This will illustrate how to staff and operate the pilot waste banks and establish the best districts for the pilot study. Before implementing a pilot project, good and bad practices should be evaluated from existing waste banks, and lessons learned should be incorporated into the pilot setup. On the screen, you can see a high-level action plan for preparing and launching a waste bank in Mogadishu. There are 5 essential steps for implementation, and we assume it may take only 1 year from the start to pilot operation. The establishment and promotion of waste bank is a difficult and long-term activity that requires good coordination and commitment from all parties. The properly functioning and self-managed waste bank system can be established within a period of 2 to 6 years. The above is, of course, rough estimations of time frames, and a more detailed preparatory study is recommended, including providing external support to Benadi Regional Administration and Project Implementation Unit on all actions. To provide economic benefits, be healthy for the community, and be safe for the environment, waste bank model needs to be carried out in a comprehensive and integrated manner from upstream to downstream with a circular economy approach. For introducing a waste bank model, it is necessary to develop a clear implementation and support plan that includes, among other things, requirements for waste bank operations, including waste collection, processing, sorting, waste bank facilities and equipment, waste bank governance, including standard operating procedures and organizational structures. When implementing a project on a waste bank system, several risks and challenges will arise. The key challenges and risks are weak legislation or lack of such, lack of skills and practice in operating waste banks, absence of wealthy recycling market, lack of knowledge on sorting, recycling, reusing and gaining profits out of waste, insufficient financial resources. The challenges can be mitigated Proposed mitigative solutions are developing regulations, acts, and plans for starting up, managing, and promoting waste banks, ensuring continuous capacity building to government officials, businesses, communities, and individuals, awareness raising and 3Rs promotion programs on constant basis, securing financing from business, municipality, and development partners. Further, upon successful implementation of the startup project, we recommend scaling up the program and approving the 3Rs in communities. Thank you for watching this video, and we invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and enjoy a variety of other videos related to pilot project implementation. See you next time.